The United Nations is no stranger to dramatic speeches, right? But you know what? What exactly happened this particular week will go down as one of the most powerful moments in recent diplomatic history. French President Mr. Emmanuel Macron stood before the world and he did something that no major Western leader has ever dared to do in years. He officially recognized the State of Palestine. Reaction? Well, a standing ovation inside the UN chamber. Gasps, applause, and then silence as the weight of Macron's word sank in. This was not just France speaking. This was Europe's second largest power breaking ranks with the United States and openly defying Israel. You know why this matters? This matters a lot because for decades, the idea of Palestinian statehood has been stuck. The so-called two-state solution has been on paper but never on the ground. Israel has opposed it, the US has stalled it, and most of the Western allies have always hesitated. Macron just ripped the band-aid off, and yes, he wasn't alone here. 5 other leaders joined him in declaring state for Palestine. That's not just symbolic, that's momentum. And in diplomacy, momentum changes everything, right? Now, let's take a step back. Why is Macron doing this? Well, the answer lies in Gaza. The war has devastated civilians, displaced families, and turned global opinion against Israel's handling of this particular conflict. Well, Europe has faced massive protests on the streets. In the meantime, Macron clearly calculated that standing with Palestine would not only send a message to Israel and the US, but also place France on the right side of the history. But make no mistakes here, this is risky too. The US is very angry. Washington has always been Israel's strongest backer, and France's move, well, it makes America look isolated. Israel too has called this a betrayal, warning that it will damage ties with Paris. In the meantime, European capitals are divided. Some applaud Macron, others were very worried that this could actually destabilize alliances. Yet, here's a catch. Macron may have just forced the world to reopen the Palestine question. For years, it was buried under other crises, be it Syria, Ukraine, Iran. Now, with one bold speech, Palestine is back at the center of global diplomacy. Think of the bigger picture here. If more countries follow France, then Palestine could gain wider recognition at the UN. That would give Palestinians stronger political legitimacy, more leverage in negotiations, and potentially more pressure on Israel to accept a two-state framework. Well, it may not be a win-win situation for everybody. For Israel, this is a nightmare. Recognition means more legal battles, more phone calls for accountability, and less freedom to expand settlement. For the US, it's a diplomatic headache. Washington now has to explain why its closest allies are breaking away from its own lines. And for Palestinians, well, this is hope. Maybe symbolic for now, but still a step forward, the international acceptance that they have been fighting for since 1948. So the bottom line is this. Macron's UN speech, these weren't just words. It was a political earthquake. It has shaken the foundation of US-European unity, rattled Israel's diplomacy, and reignited the global debate on Palestine. Whether you call it courage or provocation, one thing is very clear: the world is not ignoring Palestine anymore.